Welcome to our channel. Here we break down hypertension, simple, clinical, and exam-oriented.
If you want to understand high BP, not just memorize it, you're in the right place.
Today's lecture focuses on hypertension, one of the most common and important chronic diseases encountered in medical practice. We will discuss hypertension in detail, covering its definition, causes, pathophysiology, clinical features, complications, investigations, and comprehensive management. Definition: hypertension is defined as a persistent elevation of arterial blood pressure. According to standard medical definitions, a systolic blood pressure of 140 mm of mercury or more, or a diastolic blood pressure of 90 mm of mercury or more, recorded on at least two separate occasions, is considered hypertension. Measurements must be taken correctly, with the patient relaxed and seated, to avoid false readings. Epidemiology: hypertension affects more than 1 billion people worldwide, and its prevalence is steadily increasing, especially in developing countries. Urbanization, sedentary lifestyles, obesity, and dietary changes contribute significantly to this rise. Hypertension is one of the leading causes of stroke, myocardial infarction, heart failure, and chronic kidney disease. BP classification: blood pressure is classified into normal, elevated, and stages of hypertension. This classification is clinically important because it guides treatment decisions. Patients with elevated blood pressure may initially be managed with lifestyle changes, while those with stage 1 or stage 2 hypertension often require pharmacological therapy. Types of hypertension. Based on etiology, hypertension is classified into primary and secondary types. Primary hypertension accounts for the majority of cases and has no identifiable single cause. Secondary hypertension results from an underlying disease. Resistant hypertension refers to blood pressure that remains uncontrolled despite adequate therapy. Primary hypertension. Primary hypertension develops due to a complex interaction of genetic factors and environmental influences. Factors such as excessive salt intake, obesity, chronic stress, and lack of physical activity play a major role. Over time, these factors increase vascular resistance and blood pressure. Risk factors. Risk factors for hypertension are divided into non-modifiable and modifiable factors. Age and family history cannot be changed, but factors like obesity, smoking, alcohol intake, and lack of exercise can be modified. Addressing these modifiable risk factors is the cornerstone of prevention. Secondary hypertension. Secondary hypertension is caused by an identifiable underlying condition. It should be suspected in young patients, in cases with sudden onset of severe hypertension, or when blood pressure remains uncontrolled despite multiple medications. Causes of secondary HTN. Renal diseases are the most common cause of secondary hypertension. Endocrine disorders such as hyperaldosteronism, pheochromocytoma, and Cushing's syndrome also significantly contribute. Certain drugs like NSAIDs and oral contraceptives may elevate blood pressure. Pathophysiology. The hallmark of hypertension is increased peripheral vascular resistance. Activation of the sympathetic nervous system and the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system leads to vasoconstriction and sodium retention, resulting in sustained elevation of blood pressure. Target organ damage. Persistent hypertension causes progressive damage to multiple organs. The heart develops left ventricular hypertrophy, the brain is at risk of stroke, kidneys suffer from nephropathy, and the eyes develop hypertensive retinopathy. Clinical features. Most patients with hypertension are asymptomatic. When symptoms occur, they are usually nonspecific and often indicate target organ involvement. Diagnosis. Accurate diagnosis requires proper blood pressure measurement technique. Ambulatory blood pressure monitoring helps identify white coat and masked hypertension. Investigations. These investigations help assess organ damage, detect secondary causes, and evaluate cardiovascular risk. Management overview. The goal of treatment is to reduce blood pressure and prevent complications. Management must be individualized. Lifestyle modification. Lifestyle modification alone can significantly reduce blood pressure and should be advised to all patients. Drug therapy. Multiple drug classes are available. The choice depends on patient profile, age, and comorbid conditions. Compelling indications. Certain drugs provide organ protection and are preferred in specific clinical situations. Hypertensive crisis. Hypertensive emergencies require immediate blood pressure reduction in a controlled hospital setting. Prevention. Prevention is the most effective strategy to reduce the burden of hypertension. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this detailed lecture. I hope this session helped you understand the topic clearly and strengthened your concepts from an MBBS examination as well as clinical point of view. Medicine is a vast and continuously evolving field, and consistent learning is the key to becoming a confident and competent doctor. I encourage you to revise regularly, connect clinical findings with theory, and always approach patients with empathy and curiosity. If you found this lecture helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so that it can reach more medical students who may benefit from it. Your support truly motivates me to create more detailed, concept-based, and exam-oriented lectures. Thank you once again for your attention. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay healthy.